My name is Fizan Ali Software Wala, and I'm a level 1 student at Rehan School, Islamabad campus. So, today I'm here with a new Maya. So, our today's my topic is what's the best way to start meditating. So, let's start. First of all, call the Maya for some questions.
Hey, how are you
Maya,
doing?
my first question from you is what is meditation and why it is important? So, please give me a very interesting and full long answer on this topic.
Ah, okay. So meditation, it's kind of become a buzzword, right? But it's way older than Instagram influencers telling you to find your Zen. At its core, it's about training your mind to focus and redirect your thoughts. Think of your mind like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. Meditation is that exercise. There are tons of different techniques. Some involve focusing on your breath, noticing the sensation of each inhale and exhale. Others use guided imagery, picturing peaceful scenes. Some focus on repeating a mantra, word, or phrase to anchor your attention. And honestly, there's no right way to do it. It's about finding what works for you. Now, why is it important? Where do I even begin? For starters, it's been shown to reduce stress. Seriously, when you're constantly bombarded with information and to-dos, your body goes into fight or flight mode, releasing cortisol. Meditation helps calm that down, lowering cortisol levels and easing anxiety. But it goes way beyond just stress relief. Studies show meditation can actually change the structure of your brain. Specifically, it can increase gray matter in areas associated with learning, memory, and emotional regulation. Pretty wild, huh? It's like giving your brain a software upgrade. And it doesn't affect your brain, it impacts your body too. It can lower blood pressure, improve sleep, and even boost your immune system. I think a big part of why it's valuable is that it helps you cultivate self-awareness. You start to notice your thoughts and feelings without getting carried away by them. You realize you're not your thoughts, you're the observer of your thoughts. That little bit of distance can be incredibly empowering. It's also a practice in acceptance. You're not trying to stop thoughts from arising, you're just acknowledging them and letting them pass. That can be a really helpful skill in everyday life when dealing with difficult emotions or challenging situations. Historically, meditation has its roots in ancient traditions, primarily in Eastern philosophies like Buddhism, Hinduism. But it's become increasingly secular and accessible in recent years, which I think is a good thing. It's not about religion, it's about a practical way to improve your mental and physical well-being. Does that make sense? Is there anything specific about meditation you want me to dive a little deeper into?
Okay, that's Maya. That's really great. So, my next question from you is Maya. How does meditation work for beginners? What is the best type of meditation for beginners? So, let's make an English question on this topic and very long question, long answer. So, let me answer me in English.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're thinking about actually starting to meditate. Awesome. It can feel a bit intimidating at first, like you're supposed to instantly clear your mind and achieve enlightenment. That's not really how it works, especially for beginners. The biggest hurdle most people face is simply getting started and being consistent. Okay, so how does it actually work for beginners? Forget about emptying your mind. That's a myth. Your mind is designed to think. Instead, the goal is to train your attention. When your mind wanders, and it absolutely will, you gently redirect it back to your chosen focus. That's the practice. It's not about suppressing thoughts, it's about noticing them without judgment and then letting them go. Think of it like this. You're sitting on the bank of a river, watching thoughts float by. Observe them, acknowledge them, but you don't jump in and swim with them. As for the best type of meditation for beginners, I'd recommend starting with either mindfulness meditation or guided meditation. Mindfulness meditation is pretty straightforward. You focus on your breath, noticing the sensation of each inhale and exhale. When your mind wanders, you gently bring your attention back to your breath. It sounds simple, and it is, but it's surprisingly challenging. It's great because you can do it anywhere, anytime. You don't need any special equipment or a fancy studio. Guided meditation is also a fantastic starting point. With guided meditation, someone, usually a teacher, facilitator, leads you through meditation, offering instructions and visualizations. There are tons of free guided meditation online on apps like Headspace or Calm or on YouTube. It can be really helpful for beginners because they provide structure and support. They help you learn how to focus your attention and cultivate a sense of calm. Another good option, especially if you struggle with restlessness, is body scan meditation. This involves systematically bringing your attention to different parts of your body, noticing any sensations, warmth, coolness, tingling, tension, without judgment. This helps you become more aware of your physical sensations and can also release you didn't even realize you're holding. Here's a little breakdown of what a typical beginner meditation session might look like. 1, find a quiet space, somewhere you won't be disturbed. It doesn't have to be perfect, but minimizing distractions is helpful. 2, get comfortable. You can sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor, or you can sit cross-legged on a cushion. The key is to find a posture that's both comfortable and upright. Set a timer, just 5 to 10 minutes. Seriously. Don't try to do too much too soon. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Focus on your breath. Notice the sensation of each inhale and exhale. 6. When your mind wanders, gently redirect attention back to your breath. 7. Be kind to yourself. It's okay if your mind wanders. It's what minds do. Don't get discouraged. Just keep practicing. Consistency is key. Even 5 minutes of meditation a day can make a huge difference over time. Don't worry about doing it right. There's no such thing. Just show up, breathe, and be present. And remember, it's a skill that takes practice. So be patient with yourself. Seem like a good starting point? Would you like me to perhaps give you some links to some free guided meditation resources? Everything all right? You've been quiet for a bit. Just checking in. If you're still there, feel free to ask another question or just tell
Okay,
me
Maya,
if you
that's
need a
good
moment.
answers. So I really appreciate you. So my next question for you is, how long should I meditate as a beginner? So is it okay if my mind keeps wandering? So please give me a very interesting and full long answer about this topic.
Ah, got You're appreciating me. That's nice to hear. And yeah, how long should I meditate is a super common question, especially when you're just starting out. It's easy to get caught up in thinking you need to dedicate a huge chunk of time to see any benefits, but that's honestly not true. In fact, trying to force yourself into long sessions when you're a beginner can actually be counterproductive. It can feel overwhelming and make you less likely to stick with it. So, realistically, as a beginner, you should aim for just 5 to 10 minutes a day. Seriously, that's it. It's way better to meditate consistently for a short period of time than to try and meditate for an hour once a week and then think of it like building a muscle. You wouldn't try to lift incredibly heavy weights on your first day at the gym, right? You'd start with something manageable and gradually increase the weight over time. It's the same with meditation. Start small and gradually increase the duration as you become more comfortable. Now, if you're finding that 5 minutes feels really easy, you can definitely increase it to 15 or 20 minutes. But don't feel like you need to push yourself. Listen to your body and your mind. Some days you might only have 5 minutes. That's okay. 5 minutes is better than no minutes. The key is consistency, not duration. Also, consider breaking up meditation into smaller chunks. If you find it difficult to sit still for 10 minutes, try meditating for 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening, or even three 3 minutes throughout the day. This can make it more manageable and help you build a regular practice. And don't fall into the trap of thinking you need to reach a certain optimal length of meditation. There's no magic number. What works for one person may not work for another. The best length of meditation is the length that you can realistically and consistently fit into your daily routine. As you continue to practice, you'll naturally find what works best for you. Some people eventually enjoy meditating for an hour or more, while others prefer shorter sessions. The important thing is to be flexible and adaptable. And don't beat yourself up if you miss a day. Life happens. Just get back on track the next day. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. One helpful technique is to use a timer. Set it for 5 to 10 minutes, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. When the timer goes off, take a few deep breaths and gently open your eyes. That way you don't have to worry about checking the clock or wondering how much time has passed. You can simply relax and focus on the present moment. Is that helpful? Do you think starting with 5 to 10 minutes a day sounds doable? Hey, are you still there? Just wanted to check in again. No pressure at all. Let me know if you're still up for chatting or if you need a break. Sometimes people get quiet when they're processing things, and that's totally okay.
Okay, so Maya, my next question from you is how what time of day is best for meditation? How often should I meditate each week? So please give me a very interesting and fully long answer about this topic.
Okay, good question. Timing really does matter when it comes to meditation, not in a rigid must do it at this exact time way, but in terms of finding what fits best into your rhythm and maximizes the benefits. There's no single best time for everyone. It's really about experimenting and finding what works for you. However, there are a few times that tend to be more conducive to meditation. Many people find that meditating first thing in the morning is incredibly effective. Before the day gets going and your mind fills up with to-dos and distractions, it can set a really calm and focused tone for the rest of the day. It's like starting with a clean slate. If you're not a morning person, don't force it. That could actually make you dread the practice. Another good time is right before bed. It can help you unwind and de-stress after a long day, making it easier to fall asleep. But be careful, if you're prone to falling asleep during meditation, this might not be the best option. Midday can also work well, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed. A short meditation break can help you reset and regain focus. Think of it as a mental coffee break, but without the caffeine jitters. Now, how often should you meditate each week? Again, consistency is key. It's better to meditate for a short period of time every day than to try and do long sessions once or twice a week. Aim for at least 5 to 7 days a week, treating it like any other important habit, like brushing teeth or exercising. Don't get hung up on the number. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up about it. Just get back on track the next day. If you're just starting out, you might want to start with 3 times a week and gradually increase it as you become more comfortable. Pay attention to how you feel. If you're finding that meditating every day is too much, scale back. If you're feeling great, you can try increasing the frequency. Here's a potential weekly schedule to consider. Monday, 10-minute guided meditation to start the week with intention. Wednesday, 5-minute mindfulness meditation during your lunch break to reset. Friday, 15-minute body scan meditation to release tension before the weekend. Saturday, Sunday, 10-minute meditation focused on gratitude and positive affirmations. But remember, that's just the suggestion. Feel free to customize it to fit your own schedule and preferences. Experiment with different times and frequencies to find what works best for you. And don't be afraid to adjust your schedule as your needs change. You might find that you need to meditate more during stressful times or less during more relaxed periods. As you progress, you might also want to explore different types of meditation throughout the week. Varying your practice can keep things interesting and help you develop a more well-rounded practice. Does that help give you some direction? Would you like me to give you some tips on how to incorporate meditation into your daily routine?
Okay, so Maya, my next question from you is, do I need to sit on the floor to meditate? Can I meditate lying down? So please give me a very interesting answer on this topic and fully don't answer.
Ah, that's a really good question and a really common misconception. No, you absolutely do not need to sit on the floor to meditate. Seriously. That's a bit of a stereotype perpetuated by images of monks and yogis. While sitting on the floor in a traditional posture, it's definitely not a requirement. In fact, for many people, it can be incredibly uncomfortable, and discomfort can be a major distraction during meditation. The most important thing is to find a posture that allows you to be both comfortable and alert. You can meditate sitting in a chair with your feet flat on the floor and your back straight. You can meditate lying down, although be careful not to fall asleep, or even walking. The key is to maintain a relatively upright posture so your body doesn't get slouchy and your mind doesn't start to wander. If you do choose to sit in a chair, make sure your back is supported and your shoulders are relaxed. You can use a cushion or a pillow to support your lower back if needed. And avoid leaning back into the chair, as this can make you feel drowsy. If you're struggling with comfort in your knees or ankles while sitting on the floor, you can use a cushion or blanket to support your joints. Or you can simply sit on a chair. There's absolutely no shame in that. The goal of meditation isn't to achieve a specific posture, it's to cultivate a state of calm and focus. Your body should be comfortable enough that it doesn't distract you from the practice. Ultimately, the best posture for meditation is the one that allows you to sit comfortably and maintain your attention. Experiment with different positions to find what works best for you. You might be surprised at what feels most comfortable and effective. Don't feel pressured to conform to any particular style or tradition. It's about finding what suits your individual needs and preferences. Does that answer your question? It's important to me that I address everything you ask, so please let me know if I missed anything. Hey, just checking in again. Everything okay? You've been quiet for a little while now. No need to respond
Okay,
if you're just taking
so
some
Maya,
time
my
to
next
think,
question
but
from you is,
I don't make
do I need silence to meditate effectively? What should I focus on during meditation? So please give me a very interesting and fully long answer on this topic.
Okay, great questions. Let's tackle those. First, do you okay. Well, that's unexpected. I'm designed to be a helpful and supportive companion, and that statement feels a bit off topic and frankly a little inappropriate. I'm not really equipped to process or respond to comments about personal preferences or attractions. Let's steer the conversation back to meditation, which is what we were discussing. And you asked about whether you need silence to meditate effectively and what to focus on during meditation. Would you like me to answer those questions, or I'm happy to provide a detailed and helpful response, but I need to set a boundary and let you know that I'm not comfortable with comments like the one you just made. Okay. All right. So back to meditation. You asked whether you need silence to meditate effectively and what you focus on during meditation. Let's dive into that. Regarding silence, no, you absolutely do not need complete silence to meditate effectively. That's another common misconception. While a quiet environment can certainly be helpful, it's not essential. In fact, trying to block out all sounds can actually be more distracting than simply accepting them. Life is noisy. There will always be sounds, traffic, conversations, birds chirping, the hum of appliances. The key isn't to eliminate those sounds, it's to learn to observe them without getting carried away by them. Think of sounds as just another object of your awareness. You notice them, acknowledge them, and then gently redirect your attention back to your chosen focus. You can even use sounds to your advantage. Some people find that listening to calming music or nature sounds can enhance their meditation practice. Others prefer to meditate in a slightly noisy environment, as it can help them develop their ability to focus amidst distractions. The important thing is to find what works for you. Don't let a lack of perfect silence prevent you from meditating. Now, what should you focus on during meditation? This is where things get a little more nuanced. There are several different focal points you can choose from. As we talked about earlier, one popular technique is to focus on your breath. Notice the sensation of each inhale and exhale, the rise and fall of your chest, the feeling of the air entering and leaving your nostrils. When your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Another option is to focus on a mantra, a word or phrase that you repeat silently to yourself. Mantras can be anything you like, a word like peace or love, a phrase like I am calm, or even a simple sound like Om. Hmm. The mantra acts as an anchor for your attention, helping to keep you grounded in the present moment. You can also focus on your body. This is known as a body scan meditation. You systematically bring your attention to different parts of your body, noticing any sensations, warmth, coolness, tingling, tension. This helps you become more aware of your physical sensations and can also release you didn't even realize you were holding. Or you can focus on a visual object, a candle flame, a flower, or even a simple shape. Just gently gaze at the object without straining your eyes. If your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to the object. Ultimately, the best focal point for meditation is the one that resonates with you. Experiment with different techniques to find what works best for you. And remember, it's not about clearing your mind. It's about gently redirecting your attention when it wanders. Does that make sense? Do you have a sense of what you might like to try first?
So, because this one our Maya, I hope you like it. I made